Sometimes I might want a hot tea or maybe a nice hot breakfast on a Saturday morning. If I'm lazy and don't feel like doing it, I might tease somebody in my family, for example, and say, well, if you really loved me, you would mind making me some tea or making me a nice breakfast. And of course, my families would be willing to do it because they love me. But if we reverse that and somebody asked me for a favor, well, of course I would say yes and do it because I love them. Sometimes it might be hard to do it, but you do it because you love them. For an example, babies. Changing their diapers is an awful stinky mess, but we do it because we love the baby. In today's gospel, Jesus challenges us that if we really love him, that we'll follow his commandments. Well, that can be hard. We know very well that we sin and we fail. Well, my suggestion is to not give up. That when we sin, we pick ourselves back up and we try again. And every time we fail, we pick ourselves right back up and we do it over and over again. And it's that trying, that doing it over and over again, that shows God that we love him and that he loves us. When a married couple, if they're newly married, maybe they've never really had a fight, but if they do fight, then they try and solve the problem, they get right back up and they try and get along better. And every time they have a disagreement or something happens, they try and work it out and their marriage improves little by little. Sometimes they might even ask an older, wiser couple for counsel or ask somebody to help them improve their relationship. And that advice and that support can help them have a more successful and profitable marriage. And that's just like our relationship with God. We can't improve by ourselves. We have to depend on God, the Holy Spirit, and ask God to send the Holy Spirit to help us and guide us. Because he can't force us to ask for help. We have to ask for it. Just like the old couple can't force the newly married couple to ask for their help. The young couple has to ask before the older couple can be willing to help. And we have to ask the Holy Spirit, and then he is willing to help us. And if we follow all the Ten Commandments and we try and live without sin, does that mean we're holy and pure? No, that doesn't work that way. It's a slow process, step by step, sometimes a step backward, and then we progress, and we get better and better until we get holy. Compare it to a baby learning to walk. Babies don't just stand up and start walking one day. It's a slow process. They have to learn to roll. Then they have to learn to sit up. Then they have to learn to hold on to things, to move around. And then they learn to take their steps. And of course, they're falling down all through this process, but we help them get up and we help them keep going until they're adept and able to walk. And it's the same thing with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit helps us keep going until we get better and better and better. Thank you, and God bless you.